What's good, my bro boy gamers? And today, this just dropped. I kind of just got a notification, and you know what? I said let's do a reaction video to this. This is 27 minutes long, so this will be quite a long one. I probably should have gotten food for this to eat, but you know what? We're just gonna go ahead and start. I'm really excited for this. I've seen the ability, and it looks really sick. I really want to see how this captures.
Hi, I'm Kenzo. I'm the lead character artist at Hellbent Games.
Hi, I'm Darren. I'm a gameplay engineer at Hellbent Games, and this is gonna be our first look at Deathwire today. We're gonna go into some gameplay, and we're just gonna talk over it.
Already seen the abilities.
So you're playing Deathwire in this one?
Yeah, I had the privilege of sweating against you guys. And no, yeah, he's really fun. I transform right away, and then I go into drift mode because I wanna start
So that's the
going
big
from
thing.
station to station right away.
That's the big thing with Deathwire, right? He has the two modes that you can swap between.
Yeah, he's so much faster in drift mode, so then I can. It just makes it, and I have my cooldown. Well, it's not on cooldown. You can just use it whenever you want. Aside from you saw there when I hit the teen, it goes on a small cooldown.
Right, there's like a recalibration
Yeah.
or time after you hit someone, and that's so that you can't like just immediately transform and track them down or shock them. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Gives them a little bit of grace.
Yeah. Right after the celebration, it gives them a.
I want to point out this portrait looks really sick as well. Oh, you guys can't see it. You know, the portrait it's pretty much you know what? I'll link the video. You can see it for yourself. But yeah, the portrait looks pretty sick as well.
The time to get away from Deathwire. Yeah, you see me. Yeah, I lost that person after I hit them. Yeah, I'm playing against like Ross and you and Sean, and Ali, and it's all really good players. Yeah, I heard something
you can see it right here. Look at this.
here. I'm just scanning stations and trying to find people. I was lucky here to catch that glimpse because, yeah, it can be pretty difficult to find people once you get to the station if you're scanned too far or you are too far.
Oh my god.
I had a really good start in this game, at least.
So that shock that you just did, if you hit someone, you hear them. So it's easy to tell if you hit somebody or not, right?
Yeah, there's also a mutation that reveals them if you shock them. I do like to run that. In this run, it's a base kit, so I'm not running any mutations on this one. But yeah, if you want a little bit more information on top of the screen.
Cross map. What? That's cross map? Yo.
Then you can use that mutation.
Right.
Yeah, I tried to shock there to stop them from vaulting, but I didn't time it quite right.
Right. So if you get shocked as a teen, you can't vault, you can't attack.
These rooms are very tight, by the way. The medical rooms are really tight from the looks of things.
You're slightly slowed as well, right?
Yeah, you can't do most actions. You can still crouch, but yeah, you can't use your weapons. You can't use any pickups. You can't vault, which is a big one. So yeah, it's used.
Oh my god, look at that! That looks so sick. I also am wondering what the slide
as a
is.
gap closer, at least for me. I like to use it that way. Some people like to use the 3 shocks mutation. So you get 3 instead of 2, but that means you can't hit unarmed teens.
Right. So then it's not a gap closer at all. It's just a sort of combative type of ability. Yeah.
Notice how she instantly got off that fire station as he was charging it. She was already she was already at this door when the scan actually went off. Did they get like an alert when he starts scanning? Maybe? I don't know.
That's a good mutation to be used in the mid game and like end game. Early game, you want to find teens and down them as soon as possible. Here, I hear them crafting upstairs, so I just shock them to stop them from crafting. I won't be able to get to them right away, of course, but...
Right, you're just disrupting the craft. Yeah. Oh, you hear the staff? I think that's me. I think I built a lot of staffs. Okay,
this was
nice.
freaking close.
Ooh! Let's rewind on that. I want to see how...
I think I built a lot of staffs. Okay,
this was...
Oh my god, that was 99. Also, you hear that, holy fuck, what are we gonna call that? You know, we're gonna call that the panic screeches.
The staff? I think that's me. I think I built a lot of staffs. Okay,
this was
nice.
Freaking close.
Yeah.
Sean is sneaky. Yeah, the second you hit him, he will just never stop running away from you. And just try to go for another ambush play, but...
Oh my god.
Yeah, I have a lot of tools here to find out if...
Oh my god, this character is gonna be so satisfying.
They're setting up ambushes. I tried to shock multiple people to make sure that I can get to this person.
Anti-ambush. This is the definition of anti-ambush. Holy shit.
Did I flinch weapon? But then is that you with the...
Yeah, that's me.
This was fun. I was trying to like fake dropping down here and using the drift back to... Yeah, this was fun.
So if you hit maximum speed when you're in vehicle mode, or sorry, drift mode, if you hit, it's not maximum speed, it's like almost maximum speed, right?
Yeah.
You'll see the slide available at the top of the screen, and then you can input a vector that's, what's the range for like the back slide?
What's the range, sorry?
Yeah, so like, you input an opposite direct vector of where you're going.
Yeah, it's about 70-ish degrees. You can do a maneuver.
Behind you, right?
Behind
70 degrees behind you.
Okay, so it's just a maneuver. Okay, so it's like, if you're going forward, and you go like, within these 70 degrees you can't slide. But past this 70 degrees, past this little cone of you facing forward, if you instantly just go from boom to like that, you just zip. That's pretty cool.
Forward, whichever direction you were traveling before. If you input the other direction, that includes you rotating the camera also. Then you'll do a little drift, which is it's a good. You'll see me use it at the end there when you guys have 2 beam weapons at the end of the game, I suppose. Yeah, it really throws teams.
Yeah, that drift is gonna be fucking crazy. I can already tell the skill involved with that drift is gonna be wild.
Off. I love to use it, and I worked on it a whole bunch, so yeah, I'm a big fan of it.
It's so much fun. It's so much fun. It has so much utility too, like defensively, offensively, just to sort of waste ammo or check corners quickly. It's really, really fun, and it takes a lot of skill to use effectively. I think when I first started using it, I was just running into weapons constantly because I was just trying to use it well.
Yeah. No, I know. It's a high skill ceiling ability.
Yeah.
I think
Let's hear that.
it's
the Spanish sound.
Constantly because I was just trying to use it well.
Yeah. No, I know. It's a high skill ceiling ability.
Yeah.
I think our community is gonna make a really good use of it. Very excited to see what they're gonna do with it.
Yeah, it's gonna be really cool.
I love his kit. There I get ambushed and die, but I'm not.
He changed modes while banished. If you see.
I love his kit. There I get ambushed and die, but
I saw him change modes while banished. It was around here.
I make a really good use of it. Very excited to see what they're gonna do with it.
Yeah, it's gonna be really cool.
I love his kit. There I get ambushed and die, but I'm not too worried about it.
So that's, I think, a good example of some of Deathwire's weaknesses, right? Like he's really good at sort of shutting down zones, like
the instincts.
Good at sort of shutting down zones like there, right? Like if that was an ambush, he can shut down ambushes really easily, but he gets a lot of sort of false confidence sometimes because he's like, okay, I shocked this corner, I shocked this corner, but if you miss those skill shots, then sometimes you can run into situations that you thought you were prepared for, but you really aren't. So like learning to sort of place your shocks and your scans in the
110 meter rift.
right places at the right times is kind of part of his kit, right?
Absolutely. I think we had a few games with you where I scanned.
I guess it is across the map. I didn't think it was like literally on the opposite side of the map. I was about to say this map is huge with that respawn, but no, this map is pretty accurate.
Like right to the left of you, shocked right to the right of you.
Yeah.
And I just figured like, okay, I'm perfectly safe. Gonna try to capture this rift. Yeah, and then you came out and killed me.
Yeah.
There I shocked to make sure that they can't vault. I really like that interaction.
Oh, I want to see how that. I'm definitely gonna test and see how that
Killed me.
Yeah.
There I shocked to make sure that they can't vault. I really like that interaction and I completely whiffed. Turns out even a cool monster can help me aim better. Here I'm in the open, I'm in the arena, so I want to be a little bit more agile. So I go into drift mode there.
And
But once I hit it,
I notice when you're in vehicle mode and you attack, it takes a little bit more time.
that's right.
Because you have to transform out of vehicle mode in
Yeah.
order to attack, right?
Yeah, if you see Deathwire and of course
Okay, here we're gonna get a taunt.
yeah,
To attack, right?
yeah, if you see Deathwire and of course I have to emote.
Taunted the little fuck up there.
I don't know why I thought I was safe here.
There was someone behind you.
Yeah, shot
yeah.
and hit me with that one
Funny.
bullet at the end.
Cocky.
No, it's a lot of fun and I love his emotes as well. Oh yeah, so yeah, in vehicle mode his arms tuck away and then they become boosters. So you can't use your arms while in drift mode. Which means if you're gonna attack, you can click like attack out of it, but you will have that extra period of time where you have to transform out of the vehicle mode, the drift mode. I keep saying vehicle mode, and then you hit the team. But this was I'm like trying to be not predictable because I see you have a Molotov, so that was like a fun little dance we did, I guess.
I tried to use the pop and just go around in circles and see what you would do. And you just stood there and watched me.
Well, I figured you were gonna use the pop and then run away.
I didn't feel confident enough at any point to chuck the Molotov. So I used the pop and then panicked.
Yeah. That was fun. Little dance. So this is like cheeky.
Try to ambush.
Yeah,
I was trying to get you there.
Oh,
kind of hard for me to engage, but I'm
Molotov
able to use my shocks, and I tried to fake out all of your Molotovs out of your hands. I found it's difficult to play against Deathwire when you have projectile-based weapons such as shot and Molotov.
Yeah, totally.
Not impossible. I'm sure people are gonna land many hits on him. He's more agile than like if you were to compare it to. Oh yeah, we
look
can
at
talk
that.
about.
Okay, yes, that's it.
Yes, that's the animation. That's the animation right there. For tearing it out of the rift.
If you were to compare it to.
Oh, look at that! You can see the video store in there.
Oh yeah, yeah, we can talk. About
Okay.
And it tells you what the plague is.
Yes, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, what I did there is I had 8 hits, which is the number we're using for how many hits you need to get another plague. And then I reached into a tear in the beyond and I grabbed a random one. Luckily I got an agony, so I can kill Sean faster. So I'm like, not camping, but I'm making sure he bleeds out as much as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a new mechanic we added to the game.
It looks like he has a short lunge. That lunge seemed pretty short.
Yeah, that's a new mechanic we added to the game.
Yeah, and so you can see at the bottom, the counter's now down to 0 out of 8 again. So the next 8 hits are going to be building up towards your second plague as well, right?
That's right. And I'll get another random one. You can still bring a plague. So that will be the one you start the...
Sorry. That's a bad mutation to use against Deathwire for sure, because you can just
the
see
reveal?
you and shock you, right?
I didn't think of that. The weapon mutations where Deathwire gets to see you are gonna actually screw you in this matchup. That's really interesting.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I didn't even see the weapon in their hands when they were trying to absorb. Who was that? That's Ross?
Ross, yeah. Ooh, good scan. It's so satisfying when you're playing Deathwire and you get like all 14s in one scan or something.
Yeah, our sound designer did a fantastic job there. Those dings just feel so satisfying. Just go ding ding. When you get 4, oh.
Okay, so you're chasing here.
It's always terrifying to chase against you guys, but yeah, I'm able to have like a little bit more
confidence.
Confidence when I'm pushing him. Here, this is somehow I missed that purple beam, and then I'm on Ali. Ali really didn't want us to use this video.
He's very happy about us using it. He's sitting behind me over here right now, and I can feel his gaze.
No, I'm so sorry, Ali.
Ooh. Okay, so it's actually kind of got a travel time as well. It looks like because you had a ding on the first person that was really close to Deathwire, like 0.2 seconds, like a blink of an eye before that one. But you could tell there's definitely an actual travel time for this.
Sorry, Ali.
That is satisfying.
Cool. So you use the scan there to not only check that upper station, but you purposefully lined it up with the other stations behind it to get like maximum value out of the scan, right?
Yeah. There's a few situations where I will go to a station and then try to line up as many stations as I can because it's an across the map ability. All the way down the map. So get as much information as I need in that scenario. So here I've hit Ross 5 times, and this will be...
Oh, that is a disgusting hit.
So here I've hit Ross 5 times, and this will be his 6th time, and he dies here. But you'll see further in the game I'll hit people more than 6 times, and they won't die. And then we'll showcase another feature we added recently.
I'd also like to point out on Deathwire's forearm, when you kill or you hit any teens, his forearm comes up and he has a little display there that shows how many teens are alive, and we just killed Ross, so there's a little X through his head, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Here I'm checking my corners and trying to be, trying to make myself a difficult to hit target.
Slide right there.
Yeah, I heard someone opening the lockbox. Is that you?
So I was opening the lockbox and Ali was outside, and he was really angry that you found him there.
Ooh, that is disgusting.
that you found him there.
This map feels like Dead by Daylight, but like it feels like the perfect mix of Dead by Daylight and VHS from what I'm seeing. Also, look at that. Yeah, you can see that. The 2 crosses on the people. That's sick. There's so much detail here. These devs really fucking care, and it shows. But yeah, they just need to release this to consoles. Like, I really cannot wait to play. It's like unplayable right now, apart from training mode on my PC.
Because he wasn't even the one opening the box.
Well, lesson learned. Don't try to open the box without a work.
It's true. It's true. Ali learned a lot of lessons in this game, actually. I think.
Was he alive for that long? Maybe. I'm just kidding.
Wow.
He's gonna love this video.
Oh man, poor Ali. See here, of course they...
So this is the effect. I forgot the name of it, but this is what that looks like.
Res Ross. Even if you kill him, he's back. So you can look at his portrait and it looks a little different. He's a zombie, obviously, but also we see this new icon. I guess you didn't want to You didn't want to use your weapon there?
I think we didn't have a kill weapon, so I'm just trying to buy as much time. Yeah, so you're
I'm trying to learn the map. Sorry. Ross, yes. So that's the new status effect that we have in the game.
Busted. It's busted. So this is busted. This is what busted looks like. I wonder what the trails are.
Get hit 6 times, you're no longer able to heal.
Yeah,
or
you're
be
busted.
Healed. You're busted. The only exception to this is that you can be healed by an uncharged
Oh my goodness, what a shot.
The prediction, what the hell?
That felt good.
He thought he was behind the fucking show. Or the printer.
That was a good
I don't
shot.
know what that is.
What was that punch?
Don't worry about it. It was a good shot. Let's go back to...
Okay. You gotta balance it out. I get it.
I don't know what that was. I think I saw a chair. I was like, oh, there's someone else hiding here. Nope.
That was it.
20-second cooldown for that scan, by the way.
That was a good shock, though. And that's a cool thing about Deathwire that I think none of our other monsters have, right? Is that that predictive skill shot sort of thing. Oh, this is so unfortunate.
Yeah,
that was unfortunate as hell. Also, we got to see the stun there. That stun you hear, he like shut off, like Deathwire fucking shut down, man.
That I think none of our other monsters have, right? Is that that predictive skill shot sort of thing. Oh, this is so unfortunate.
Yeah,
the stun
messed up.
What the?
Yeah, go ahead.
What just happened with that flare?
Unfortunate.
The stun messed up. Yeah, go ahead.
I get the stun, and then Sean only had 1 shot left on the sword, so he couldn't finish it up. It's a critical moment in the game, I think, because that's 2 weapons wasted there. Totally. And Ross is busted, and I'm injured, and Ali's, well, I mean, he's been dead most of the game, so...
This whole video is just a diss on Alvin.
It is. He doesn't deserve it.
He doesn't. Ali just joined us. He's more of a recent employee, so we put him in the game.
Trying to get the shot off.
He's good though. He's good.
He is really good. Yeah.
He's good.
Used everything. Nothing. Absolutely nothing there. You have to be really precise.
For the amount of hours he has, he's been really good. Yeah, Ross also just used his dancing spark sunstone, and he threw it down that window, and it actually landed right in front of me doing all that. So it was like a very chaotic moment for me. I'm glad I have this time to just cruise around and see what I can do. Like you can use that time with the drift mode for sure. It's a good thing.
This is a good showcase of the map too. Like the environment team did such a good job on this map. It's really great. Okay, here
who's running that stone?
That was Ross on the other side, and I screwed up because I was on push to talk because my baby was yelling in the background, and I was frantically pushing push to talk.
Oh, that flare was disgusting.
Yelling in the background, and I was frantically pushing push to talk to tell Ross to start firing it, but I was pushing the wrong button. I was just pinging over and over again.
I don't know what I was thinking pushing there. I got a little lucky, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I was hoping to just charge the staff in safety. And that's an interesting dynamic that the busted status adds to the game, where at the end, we're not able to just continually push kill weapons over and over. I mean, if Holy was the final station, then maybe, but with the busted status, we really...
So now it's like an actual strategy to purposely die to Holy early on, to get it the fuck out of the way. So when comes endgame and people are busted, it can't do too much. It's pretty fucked. So yeah, there's probably a new strategy completely surrounding this the Holy station, which is pretty interesting. I want to see how this plays out.
We have to balance like crafting staves in order to try and heal ourselves, and we do a pretty good job here, but it adds another level of sort of decision making that the teens have to make. because you have to, if you want to heal yourself and stay alive at the end of the game, you're going to be building stabs, right?
Almost everyone's gonna be busted.
And that gives me, well, this is a longer game for sure, but it would have been much longer if it wasn't for the busted status, because I'm able to, I think I would have lost the game too if it wasn't for the busted status, frankly, because I'm able to put more pressure on you guys. You are not able to craft kill weapons, so then it gives me more time to reset and then come back, right? Because like mentally, because his kit is actually really versatile. His cooldowns are not as long, so you're able to push, but sometimes you need to approach it from a different perspective.
Yeah.
And you guys go and you have to craft holy staffs during that whole time. So I'm like, okay, I have a little bit of a breathing room here.
Totally.
Helps psychologically as well.
And that's if we want to heal at all. Like, we have the decision to sort of play the rest of the game busted and injured, but that's a huge risk for us to take. So like the balance of the decision making there is really fun for sure.
Yeah, it's something the teens have to play around, and something the monster has to think about too. Now I'm going and scanning more holy stations. Now I know that there's like, okay, Ross was busted. Is still busted. Currently he's healed, so I know that he's been healed by a staff. And, I'm thinking about all these things. I'm trying to find someone here, I guess.
It looks like you're really convinced someone is here.
Yeah, that happens to me sometimes.
Oh, maybe I was there.
I mean, you weren't that far.
Yeah.
You guys walk away very efficiently. You do that thing where you go...
Oh, barely.
Do a little bit of running, a little bit of walking.
Yeah, a little sidestep here and there. This environment is so cool. The idea with it, if it isn't clear yet, is that there's these sort of small arenas within this larger game show where they film this futuristic, messed up TV show where people like fight to the death basically against robots, called the Eviscerator. And so like you're seeing sort of the behind the scenes of the production. There's like a broadcast room, and this is like the medical bay where they take care of mostly the robots, I think, because they don't care about the people. But that's not true. There's people in there and stuff.
People. Did you see the X-rays on that bay?
Yeah. You see all the broken bones and stuff. This is like the Champions Arena, so I think this is more like a...
So now he knows they're going to the Rift because of that. The info on Deathwire is really crazy. This is going to be a really good monster, in my opinion, when you really master him.
Not Champions Arena, sorry. The Champions, like, gallery. And I think that's more of like a audience-facing room. So there's a lot of different zones that sort of tell the whole story here. There's like this VIP lounge, you have the upper lounge and the lower lounge.
I saw the staff sticking out a little bit.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Ross isn't dead. That's a candy bar. That's 100% a candy bar. Ross is not dead.
So I got Ross down. He's busted and he's down. So I know that he doesn't have a lot of health left. I was going around seeing if I can punch some vending machines to stop the progress. In this game I was like a little too concentrated on making sure I can follow up on some hits and making sure I'm safe. But if I did a better job of that, I would be able to stop Ross from eating so many chocolate bars, because that's the only way he's still alive, and he's still bleeding out, still alive.
Yeah. We've really had to use like all of our resources in this game to even stay in it.
That's
you
a
were
good
playing
decision.
really well.
Like a micro gameplay thing you can do is that you can really deny some chocolate bars and
totally
pops. It's useful.
Yeah. So you got another plague there, which is good. You got a power plague. So this one will refresh your cooldowns faster. Yeah,
and with him, what I do is I scan, I use it, and I try to get another scan as soon as...
His cooldowns are relatively low, so this is really smart. His only high one, even in the slightest, is his scan. And even that is like lower than a werewolf howl. Werewolf berserk. It's lower than a werewolf berserk. I wanted to point that out. It's around the same area. Either that or it's lower. I can't quite remember. I think the werewolf is the berserk is mid 20 seconds. So yeah, this is literally a lower cooldown than werewolf berserk, which is insane. So yeah. This is high.
If I'm not in an engagement where I need to use my shocks,
Right.
and yeah, using a plague during an engagement is difficult. So
Right. So you're really patrolling those last two stations here. You're staying near this one and you're scanning the other one because you know that's our win condition.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And
so
here
Look at the busted blood.
I go a little. Yeah. So
The fuck is he doing?
okay. So, I'm not used to seeing the
purple. Yeah, I was gonna say
the purple. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
figured, okay, that's totally someone just like bleeding out, and I didn't think about it. So I just.
Yeah.
And
So that's the busted blood. It's purple,
sometimes you just have to go for that like
and it seems to be more
quick
Yeah.
frequent.
hit,
Maybe.
prediction hit,
Yeah,
to make
yeah.
sure that no one else is gonna follow up
Yeah,
on
yeah,
it
yeah.
or bait.
Yeah, pre swinging, pre unga bunga the corner. Yeah.
Yeah. Technical term. Thank you, Ken.
Yeah, that's actually in the code.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, so the actual busted aberration you leave behind is different. So
Yeah.
it's easier to find you if you're busted. Here, get.
You did
Get
such a
Ross
good
up.
job saving Ross. I couldn't even get to. So I saw where Ross went. I saw where you went. Here I don't have any shocks. I'm like spamming it. I'm like, okay, what do I do? What do I do? And by the time I have my
I can
shocks,
see.
you're way
I
too
can see
far.
the icon
Yeah, it's
blinking
just
because you're
going-
trying to spam it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I lose you here. That's like really good spacing from you. And then Ross did a good job of getting away too.
Yeah. I think our communication was pretty good. Aside from that one time I forgot to hit, or I couldn't hit the push the talk.
Yeah. I mean, as a monster, those times will always happen where there's like a little bit of a communication issue or somewhat of a misplay in terms of like placement or whatever, and you have to take advantage of those. So now I have 2 kills on my sleeve, on my little HUD there, which is cool.
Yeah, the situation.
No one's coming back for this one.
I don't remember what Ross is doing here. I don't know if he's building a staff. He might just be building at one of the occult stations.
Because this is VHS, not Dead by Daylight. They can come back. But this is pretty game ending. This situation they're in. 2 busted. Curse is the last weapon they need. Holy right now with only 2 people up building it is like whatever. It's not very smart.
Yeah, so we are also getting used to playing against the busted status. I wouldn't have scanned the occult station there if
They do have a whole.
I
They
knew.
do have a staff though, because he's no longer busted. Got healed.
If you've been more familiar with it.
yeah,
Yeah.
because he would be, because you have the talisman. That's right.
Enigma. Okay, yeah, so he was building a staff.
So
You got
here
that.
I shock you, you're way too far, and I shock Ross, and you're there to help. So I'm like, okay, 2 beam weapons. What do? I have no
Yeah.
shocks. So I try to fake going here, and then I quickly change targets to come here. And by the
Yeah.
time he can react,
That is insane.
so I try to fake going here, and then I quickly change targets to come here. And by
Yeah.
the time he can react, because it's a slower weapon,
Yeah.
I was counting on it. Him repositioning.
That is incredible. That is so. Those plays with that is gonna be wild.
To try to get an angle, but teens will have to get used to his speed when he drifts out of a corner. So
Yeah, for sure. It was really cool being able to sort of fake your entries and move between them so quickly, and keep us guessing like where you're coming out and
yeah,
it's really
and
good.
it's a good feeling to know that he's not.
There's a lot of environment you can hide around on this map as monster. There's a lot of windows and stuff for the teens, but there are a shit ton of environmental things you can hide behind in this map. I'm definitely liking this map a lot as well.
Doesn't have his shocks.
Yeah.
His
Totally.
voltage-wise shots.
I don't think we talked about this yet, but that yellow line, the yellow outline that's around me.
You cannot win 1v1s against Deathwire. This is
Yeah.
When you shock someone, they become overcharged, and they can't be re-shocked.
Fell into it.
Do you want to talk about this? Or?
Yeah, I do want to talk about that actually. So you shock up, right? You shock up through the floor, and I see the shock come through. Because as a teen, you can see sort of the angle that the shock is coming up. So I see the shock happen. I know you're below me, and so I thought you were further back than you were. I didn't think you were actually coming out of that because I thought you were predicting and then going to go up the stairs around. So I jumped down to try and catch you going the other way, but you were like right there. So yeah.
Wow.
Anyway,
that's some copium, Kenzo. You just say you misplayed it. Anyway, that was fun. I really like Deathwire. His kit is probably my favorite so far. So agile. Don't have to wait around for cooldowns as much as I can play it at my own pace and kind of dictate the pace of the game that way, which feels good as the monster player, right?
Totally.
So,
Totally.
And, yeah, playing against Deathwire also really fun.
Yeah, there's so much versatility to his kit. Like almost every ability he has can be used in more than just one way, right? Like yeah, and I think it was a good showcase, that game, of you being able to use your abilities in so many different situations. Yeah. Cool.
Well, thanks for watching. And,
thank you.
Hopefully you'll get your hands on him as soon as possible.
Okay. Well, there's still 15 seconds, so we'll see. Probably just the same outro as before. Yeah, no real estate. Doesn't look like it. Is there anything in the description? Oh! Thursday. Thursday is the release date of Deathwire. Oh my god. Thursday. Alright, well. I'm pleasantly surprised that it looks like Deathwire does look like he's going to be similar to Dollmaster, really high skill ceiling, but really good when you master him. I'm really excited. I'm definitely when this game comes to console, which I'm expecting it probably will eventually. They are doing very well. Not number-wise on Steam right now, but these devs are doing really well at just listening to the community, balancing the game. I'm not saying that it's perfect. There are for sure issues, and I think this game does not need to be addressed as an ASIM. I think it needs to be addressed more of a trying to think of the word. I guess like a kind of like a more of a multiplayer shooter, kind of like Call of Duty. It is definitely more balanced in that type of way. So I don't think this should be recognized as an ASIM. Completely different in my opinion. But yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised, and when this game does come to console, if there are no monsters that I like much more than this one, I like Deathwire a lot. From the looks of this, I will probably be a Deathwire player, for sure.